Aim of the project is to build a predictive model and predict the sales of each product at a particular outlet. We'll try to understand the properties of products and outlets which play a key role in increasing the sales and build a predictive model based on it. Bivariate analysis. Item outlet sales is spread well across the entire range of the item weight without any obvious pattern. So whenever we plot the item weight and the item outlet sales, we'll get a spread of well across the entire range. And when we plot the item visibility with the item outlet sales, there is a string of points at item visibility is equal to 0, which seems strange as item visibility cannot be completely 0. Next, we plot the item MRP and the item outlet sales. In the third plot of item MRP versus the item outlet sales, we can clearly see the four segments of prices in the graph. The target variable versus the independent categorical variables. The width of the violin plot at a particular level indicates the concentration or density of data at that level. The height of a violin tells us about the range of the target variable values. We have plotted the item type and the item outlet sales. This shows the distribution of item outlet sales across the categories of item type, and it's not very distinct. The distribution of outlet 010 and the outlet 019 categories of outlet identifier are quite similar and very much different from the rest of the categories. For the item fat content versus the item outlet sales, we see the low fat and the regular fat have same kind of violin plot. When we plot the outlet size versus the item outlet sales, the outlet size of the small outlet size and that of the missing value have the same violin plot. So we can impute the missing values with the values of the small violin plot. Item outlet location type versus the item outlet sales. Tier 1 and Tier 3 outlet location have very similar distribution. Supermarkets have similar sale graphs, but grocery store has most of its sales in lower sale bracket when we plot the outlet type with outlet item outlet sales. Data cleaning. We observe that only the item weight category have missing values. We observe that item with same ID have same weights, so we can impute values based upon ID. And here is the code. Unlike the item weight, item visibility is not same for same ID items, but still it's very similar. So we can impute our values based upon ID. Imputing the missing outlet size values. We'll impute the missing values by small because it has similar violin distribution. Now we are going to show you the HTML code of all the plots that I just explained. These are the plots bivariate analysis that I had just explained. This is the code and we have got different violin plots. Data cleaning to impute missing values. Now I hand over to Jacob. He'll start from feature engineering.
Hello. Now, feature engineering is an important part in every project, and feature engineering we did not reach the specific data set, so we are creating our own features. Like we are creating a new item type and item category and outlet year. Years of means it's a years of operation for outlets and price. So if someone is getting the price of 50 rupees 1 kg and this other product 50 rupees they can buy 2 kg, so we are normalizing that. Then item MRP clusters we are these five categories we are doing. First, we are taking the item category. In that, we are different separating the perishable and non-perishable. As per the new, we are creating the new features like the perishable, that's our bread, breakfast, and dairy, fruits and vegetables, meat and seafoods. These are, it can be stand of 1 week, maximum 1 week to 2 weeks. So we can move these stocks. So we can buy a new stocks according to that. We can do our analytics things and non-perishable thing and goods it can be hot drinks and soft drinks and frozen foods and health and hygienes. Those things are non-perishables. Now we have created the item new type using combining the perishable and non-perishable thing. Next, next. Next we have created the three using the item identifier. We have created the drinking and food and non-consumable. Using that, we can separate the if non-consumable thing, they are not having any fat content, so we can completely remove the fat content from the non-consumable thing. Yeah, NC is denoting the non-consumable. And next, outlet year means when the years of operation, means how much year the particular products in operation, that we have created a new column and we have entered in that. And then price per unit weight, as per said before, a particular product can be a per kg of 50 rupees, and different products same kg, same rate, but it can be double the rate. So we are normalizing that. We are dividing how much 1 kg, so we can easily predict the output with a high efficient manner. Then we are separating the item MRP and item outlet sales process. We are creating the four different category in that. 69 below 69, that is considered as a first category, and below 60, above 69 and below 136 rupees considered as a second, and lesser than greater than 136 and lesser than 203, that's considered under the third, and above 203 it's considered under fourth. These are the new features data set we have entered. You can see the perishable and non-perishable perishable and item category, food, drink and non-consumable things, and outlet years of operation, and price per unit weight. Then we have created the two first category, second category, third, all those things in the new features. And then label encoding, we have encoded better numericals is very good for data set, so we have changed the categorical to variable to numerical variable. The small things as 0, and a medium thing as 1, and the large is 2. Then our supermarkets is having the all over city places, so we have divided as a tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3. Yeah, this is the output of that. 0 is for small and 1 for medium and 2 for large. And tire, 0 tire is first place in the city, and first tire is the second place in the cities. 2 will tire 1. Yeah, this is a hot encode. We have hot encoding for the categorical variables. We have created the all new different columns, and we have created a once and binary classification using that 1 and zeros. We have uh, you can see the outlet years of out 035, and where and all is having, it's a binary classifier. We can keep 1 zeros. Next, Keshav will continue pre-process.
So yeah, because our data is skewed, so we have to remove the skewness by using transformation. We we found that log transformation like removed our skewness from the plot, so we used that. Mm. You can see that the price per unit weight is skewed, but then we normalized it by taking its log transformation, and then it's normalized. Then we have to like the correlation plot of all the variables to check for multicollinearity. The blue disk symbolizes the like positive correlation, red symbolizes negative correlation, and full circle symbolizes the magnitude. Yeah. And yeah, like you can see that this is item outlet cell. So what we want is like this column should have correlation because they are the predictor variables and this is the target variable, but this should not be there because this is causing multicollinearity. Yeah, so I'll show you the linear regression model that we have built. Yeah, this is the correlation plot after removing the multicollinearity. So you can see that almost we have removed most of the multicollinearity, and the like the good predictive variables we have here. The best RMSE score we got is like 1216 after like taking many possible combinations. We have removed this like columns from the table because they were causing multicollinearity. Yeah.
Hello, we will see the now next model, that's a random forest. That we have achieved the RMSE value of 1086. In linear regression, we got about 200. Now we reduced and we included our feature engineering, and we found the minimal node size and we included in that. And in that we got the new mean RMSE value is 1086. Next, we have used the next great algorithm, that's a XGBoost. With XGBoost, with we got the output by the single training data. We got the output of 963.03, and with the new data, that unknown data, we got the accuracy of 1090. So now we can come to the conclusion that's a very good model for our project is random forest, because it's having the very low RMC value of 1086. Uh, you can see this is the random forest importance. Here we done a feature engineering. That column is the first item MRP. Next, price per unit weight. That's all playing a vital role in our project. That feature engineering, it's a very important to increase our accuracy. Before we just getting the about 200, 1200. Now we got the less 1086, around that. This is the importance of the random forest, which column is more important in that. Next, this is for XGBoost. Item MRP is very important. It's taking us a important row and column, and this is a price per unit weight. Next, it's this also we created by our own. You can see this all other than the name columns are here. So we done a very good feature engineering in this. This is our final report, and we got the very good RMC value of 1090 and 1086. So random forest is the best accuracy.